Hey, buddies, Potato Whiskey here, and welcome back to Age of Wonders 4, where we're playing as Ash Drinker, the Fireborn, Oathsworn culture. We're kicking some ass here. I gotta say that. We got a really tasty economy with these three cities. Now, I am a little bit worried about Megaira the Scalded. She could take out Vindicatown, but a little bit of hard work on our end, that shouldn't happen. I do need to cast both Pledge of Strife and Focus Aim. So I'll get Focus Aim going first. That'll cost us 9 mana per turn to upkeep, and it will give our units the ability to shoot a shot that cannot miss. We also, I think we captured Pippa, but I think did we already sell her corpse? I don't remember. We should totally sell her corpse. Grant Freedom. Oh, I need to build a crypt before I can execute her. Okay, just give me a few turns on that one. Oh yeah, I also want to cast the Pledge of Strife so that the Warrior Soul ability that gives extra fire damage will apply to all I forget what the word is, non-culture units? Yeah, it's for you non-culture units. All right, let's go. I want to clear out more of these nodes. Now, these guys want to retreat. However, I am honor bound to fight them. I am not honor bound to manually fight the battle, however, especially if we've got a really good auto-resolve army, which we do. I will not be capturing that gargoyle. We got a little bit of production, and a Graceful Judge mount does give the Touch of Grace ability, which is kind of cool. We'll take that reward and we'll put it onto our Dragon Horde, our ever-growing Dragon Horde. Question, does building roads with mounts give them extra movement speed? It does not appear to change how far they can move. So when you're flying, I don't think there's any reason to build roads. I'll pop up here and get ready to clear this little node. I'll skip this node. Yeah, I basically just want to farm and kill things with my hero to get them leveled up. And I want to get resources. So what's down here? We have not come down here yet, but it looks like there is a cursed keep. There is something worth exploring potentially down here. We can open up this cavern, so I will. Boom. It's not exactly a scout unit, but we can still scout with it. And we are getting good scouts off here down to the south. We have met Mashara the Radiant. So another one of these special characters on this map that we need to watch out for. We got a really, really big map with a lot of players. So there's going to be a lot of conquest and fighting. We did also just finish building the Wizard Tower level 0, I believe it was, or the foundation of the Wizard Tower. We can build the next tier of the Wizard Tower. This will get us a bunch of Imperium. And I do think it's sort of the phase of the game where it's worth it to start building up your Wizard Tower. The Imperium income will pay dividends pretty heavily for the rest of the game, especially for things like if we want to grab expanded governance to have more cities. We can even get like arcane artisans for mines, giving extra mana. Then we have tributaries. We're probably not going to go down the order side of things very heavily, and I don't like the idea of getting I don't need free units, but I would like skilled raiders so that our pillaging will make us heal. That's definitely one that I want to pick up. 20% cheaper city structures actually adds up a lot, so I'm going to grab that. That should refund us a little bit of money, and it means that our empire will consume less money per turn in an effort to develop itself. Vindicatown is ready to annex another thing. Now, we did get Pilgrim's Passage, so I think I would like to get myself a farm. Are there farms on good resources here? There's an Archon blood there, but I don't know if I can only build a hut there, which I don't want to do. So tell you what, I will take this farm. It's like basically the only farm in the city, but that will boost the building that I was building. That will boost the building that I was building. Oh, that's a fun thing to say. And I've got no governor here. We're trying to save up cash. I will start building the Hall of Devotion, which will get us an extra 10 gold per turn from this city, helping pay for the amount of construction that we're doing. We need to get our gold. Our gold income needs to increase. We have become very evil, so our random events are going to be more negative, but that's fine. We're prepared for that. All right, let's wipe these guys out. So shortly after the regent has risen to power, regards Big Ford a townsman, offers his skills as a scholar. Okay, so the regent is actually trying to seize power, which is very interesting. We need to research arcane chains. So I'm going to accept his quest, and I will get a special research quest and a boost of knowledge. So I'm going to investigate this. Something is binding her to the astral void. Interesting. We found a gold vein down here. That's very nice. Let's keep on doing extracciones. We'll clear this out. I'm hopeful that we can clear it without much losses. Even my battle Pyromage is getting leveled up. Entwined Thrall, dismiss. We got some food and the Horn of Plenty. Oh, wow. Yeah, that's a good one. That's going on the Dragon Horde right there. And that's partially why we want to explore with our dragon as much as we are, because we want to fill out the Dragon Horde. We want to level up, or we want to fill out the Dragon Horde. See if we can't clear this battleground keep. Keep exploring down south. Good knowledge is being found. We also produced another Pyromancer. Bloombud produced Palisade Walls, which is increasing its defenses. I have at least one Forester. It could be worth it to get another. I'm trying to see where resources are. We already have that one. I'll grab a Quarry. That'll give a little bit of productivity to the city and also allow me to build the Arcane Institute, the Shrine, and the Oath Square. Although we don't actually need shrines this game because we are a dragon and we have the artifact horde ability. It's meaning we're able to skip these shrines for a very, very long time, and we still have like an insane amount of mana, which is genuinely awesome. We are going to do the Pledge of Strife. That'll give us a total +4 mana upkeep. Really nice. We also got a new Empire development. I do want skilled raiders, making province pillaging take even less time. My faction is especially skilled at pillaging, so this goes even further in that direction, and it'll also allow us to heal on the move. Skrog the Conqueror, he has insulted my empire. Very well. And a rivalry has been declared on me. Infestations, sending invading forces. That's a small monster den down there. We should be able to deal with that without too much trouble. I'm not recruiting any units right now because I'm in the process of trying to build up my economy. And I also need to save money to buy a hero. Those are the two big things that I want to do. So hopefully getting kills earns me money too. Uh-oh. I think we're getting attacked by an NPC army. Now, I am a devotee. I'm not quite a paragon yet, so I'm only getting +4 fire damage. We've got here an NPC army. We've got a couple of ironclads. Those are heavy units. We found a mana node underground. Why don't you keep on extracting? Oh yeah, there's a huge potential down here for some cities. This is a risky battle. I will auto fight it. And it looks like we managed to squeak on through without any issues there. We got 42 gold and +2 oath. We could have fought that manually, but unless I lose a unit like this, I don't see a reason to fight a battle manually. You know, if I can auto resolve my way through it, I guess if I needed to preserve my unit HP, but I think, see, the thing is, I don't think I have to do that. I think I can get away with not doing it. So let's group our units up for the purpose of an AoE heal using our ritualist, like so. Boom. And then we'll just end the turn. So we've refilled our HP, they will get a little bit closer, and then we're prepared to strike back. I can also play a counter stance on my units, giving them the ability to strike back. It is a large improvement. I can squirrel forward here, try to dominate this guy's mind. It's a 90% chance to dominate him. I can also flame strike these guys and hopefully set them on fire. Looks like that did not work. But let's get these troops forward and we will defensive strike him. He is an accursed body, so we do have to watch out for that. But if we defensive strike him twice, we put him in our control, and then we can charge with our own unit here. He can't quite get around. You're a little bit weak, so I'm just going to get you to heal. But my flying ritualist, I can fly over to this spot right here. We can do a 9 damage purging blast on this accursed fiend, and he'll enter a defense mode, providing defenses to our guys. Perfect. Dominating enemy units is actually so incredibly powerful. It's like one of the most powerful abilities in the game, especially because it's a one use, when it's a 1 pip, so you can move and then use it. Like super, super powerful. Let's get the sick charge attack off. Blap, he's dead. He's dead, Jim. We'll shoot a purging blast. We'll get another charge, cancel his retaliations. We'll move forward, attack him twice, and boom, the crits trigger. He is so dead. 0 losses, 12 gold, we love it. Now, fighting manually in certain battles is definitely something we will want to look into, but if we can get away with auto-resolving, like, we should totally just auto-resolve. And I'm going to stay outside of because if I step inside here, I reduce the amount of healing I'm going to get, so I'm going to stay outside of the influence of this workshop to keep my healing high. And I'm tempted to loop down here and kill Starlit Sanctuary. Might be something that we look into. Let's clear this battleground keep. I'm going to explore. This will give people grievances against me. I can make a wager to get encouraged attackers. I think we can clear this. It's 3 heroes. Honestly, this is actually perfect for Goku because he wants to kill heroes. So I'm going to see if I can get all 3 hero kills with him. That's his ambition, is to be a hero killer. So this could be like 1.5 reputation boosts for him. Now, what we're dealing with here is, okay, so mostly melee units, a little bit of a skirmisher. So tell you what we'll do. We'll scoot forward to this point. My leader will use shield wall. I forgot to change his facing, that's fine. I will slot in my ritualist in between here. This provides even more warding. I'll make sure my battle mage is up here. You'll be in defense mode, and now we've got a whole gang of units. So even if they use some sort of AoE ability, all of these units just have so much defense, right? 10 armor is a 65% reduction. So he actually has this HP multiplied by 3. He has 270 health, right? If he takes only 33% damage, like, that's crazy, crazy good. So that's why stacking defenses with like bulwark and stuff like that, like this honor blade here has 5 times the health. He has like 600 health, a little bit under 600 health. He takes only 20% of physical damage. Like, it's crazy. This build is insane. All right, let's do counter stance. I want to set myself up. I'm going to use focus aim on my battle mage here so they can take a 100% chance to hit, because I would like to set this guy on fire if I could. 1, 2, 3. So he's burning. 30 damage if I run forward. A defensive strike would do 30 damage as well. Let's come forward and pop him twice. Need to soften him up for the kill. So once more, just don't crit. Perfect. And now we can get the crit kill with my hero, which will fulfill his ambition. Amazing. And we get a morale boost. I'm going to drop a vow of healing. No, I'll save that for next turn. I'll step forward with you and purging blast you. And then I'll push forward and defensive strike this vampire spider to soften him up. And now this guy's really far forward, but he's 52% reduction of physical damage. Like, he's still crazy strong. And even if he takes a hit here, oh, he's blinded. Oh no, he's gonna take damage. Oh no. It's a sort of who asked kind of moment. Okay, we're going to zip forward with our pyromancer and shoot a shot on you. If you shoot this guy 3 times, that will soften him up to the point where this will get the kill. Then we want you to rush forward and you'll defense mode. And you'll rush forward here, and I want you to do your defensive strike, so you're in defense mode, covered by a bulwark. And then I will use the big AoE heal. Oh, I can't quite hit that other guy. I wanted to hit these 3, but I misplaced people slightly, but that's fine. I'll give this guy a little bit of a heal, so he's less immobilized and stuff. Yeah, it's fine. Lovely. We love to see those counterattacks, those retaliations. Let's drop a counter strike on these guys, and we will also drop a pyromancy fire blast to set these guys on fire. Ideally, at the very least, they're on burning terrain. If I rush you forward here, you can't quite get the kill. Who has a defensive strike up? You do. Hopefully not a crit. Okay, perfect. Can you get him now? Not quite, sadly. Maybe you can get him. Nah, even with a crit you weren't able to get him. That's sad. The burning might get him, which sucks. We'll see. We got him on the run. No matter what this guy does, he's basically dead. Yeah, we're taking a lot of damage, but that's fine. I just need him to not die. Damn it. The one thing I needed him to not do was to not die. Can you shoot this guy without getting the kill? If I focus aim so that you can't miss this shot, and then I shoot, can my hero get this kill? Yes, he can. 1, 2. Perfect. So 2 out of 3 kills with my hero. One of them died to burning. That's fine. This will get him a renown level up. Also, we got a white wolf mount to add to our horde. I love the idea of making those better. I can gain a bunch of money. I could recruit Banneroth the Knife. He's an agricultural dark toadman. It's kind of an interesting hero. He's level 4. But I'm just going to demand all the gold because I need a lot of money. Now, let me pop in here. So you should have not leveled, but you should have gotten a renown level up. Oh, damn. Not quite. Okay. Almost. So one more hero kill will get you up to the +1 gold mana and knowledge from every population as the leader bonus. That's really nice. And the armor bonus as well. And then less pop required. So you're an agricultural governor, so we'll want you in kind of a high pop city, ideally. Currently you're governing Bloombud. I think I would like to clear this to get the levels on my people. I'm just going to auto-combat it. Okay, I don't want to take the... I don't want to lose a unit. I just feel it's so pointless when... I feel like the AI should be smart enough to know to group its units up to trigger an early heal. But I just feel like it isn't that smart, which makes me sad. Oops. Don't want to actually move you. I want to do the vow of purification like this. Boom. And then we'll end the turn. Yeah, so they rush forward. We take a bit of damage. It's okay. We'll do a 6-man counter strike. Boom. Right here. Or at least a 5-man counter strike. I will use a flame strike as well. I could hit 3. I could either hit the 3 flying, or I could also hit the skirmisher. I think the skirmisher is going to be more annoying, so I want to set him on fire. Plus, this guy being at the center of the strike means he has to take at least 1 stack of burning by taking a step, and it means we can focus all of our damage on these guys here. So I will step you forward to here. You've got a 10% critical hit chance. Bloop. And you also provide defense mode warding. You're going to hit the guy directly in front of you so that you can provide a warding defense mode. This guy does have Draconic Rage, so blap. Blap, blap, and then you're going to defense mode shield wall your friends, and then you're going to run forward defensive strike, softening them up, and then you're going to run forward and defensive strike, softening up this guy on the flank here. Now you're going to be a little bit vulnerable to counterattacks, but that'll be fine. We will get this kill right here. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Perfect. So we've already softened them up to the degree where I wouldn't even be really worried about like them threatening a kill. Like, oh no, they're in the back lines of my army. Oh no. Like, my enemies are pinned, they're getting counter-struck. Speaking of counter-struck, let's go ahead and place a counter stance right here. We're gonna do a turn to melee strike, 1, 2, 3. And because he's in defense mode, he's not being flanked by this guy behind us. We're gonna purging blast you, and then immediately attack 1, 2, 3. I will fly my pyromancer over to this lucky tile, shoot this guy. I don't want to step onto the burning tiles if I can avoid it. We'll defensive strike you, and then hopefully you can get over here and get the kill. Boom. Easy. 0 losses. It's all about like just programming your brain to group up your units to use your AoE heals to start a battle. So it gives you so much more effective health to play around with, and making sure that you have overlapping defense modes. The overlapping defense mode is just super, super powerful. So we can build the level 2 wizard tower now, and that's if we really want to focus on the Imperium income. This is extremely useful for getting Empire advancements, like the stuff in here in the Affinity Tree, or expanding our Empire. There's only one level after this, so I think I'm going to take this, and I'm going to look to buy a hero. Now, I can recruit from my Pantheon as well, but that costs Imperium. I'm more likely to want to recruit from my own faction. So I've got a prospector here. Could be interesting to send him underground. This guy is a steward and he is a defender. I kind of like the idea. I don't know why he's wearing a bucket. He's wearing a bucket on his head. Now he's a nautical governor, so he would be good in a coastal city, and he's also a steward. So I think I could take him and make use of him. He's a defender. I'm going to recruit him. No governor has been set for Vindica Town. I don't actually want anyone to governor this. My ruler has leveled up. I can take debilitating aura, which lowers the status resistance of nearby enemies, or I can take coward's empowerment, which gives a 10% critical hit chance, and critical hits will inflict fire damage and burning to the target and its adjacent enemies. That seems quite powerful, in particular if we can get critical strike. I don't know what our crit chance is. I think our crit chance is currently 20%. So this would bring it up by another 10%. That's actually really good. So I'm going to grab Chaos Empowerment. We're a Primal Dragon. Chaos Empowered Primal Dragon. The Rejuvenating Hand. Is that better than Horn of Plenty? All units heal 5 points every world map turn. I think these stack maybe. It's kind of interesting. Another hero has leveled up. Goku the Defender has leveled up. Now he is an Initiate of Chaos. I think it would be cool if different hero classes had maybe just 1 or 2 army-wide buffs. Like maybe a defender class gives defender class units +1 armor. Something, right? Something cool. Like in his army, so you could kind of like theme them a little bit. I'm going to take Searing Strikes. This will make his attacks a lot more powerful. Adds +2 fire damage and extra damage against people who are on fire. And I think the Stunning Bash is really good for just the guaranteed stun. So Stunning Bash, he started to come together as a defender. Goku the Defender got a level of renown. Perfect. We got a bunch of remains. Unfortunately, these are only tier 1 items, so it's not worth it to sell the remains. It's actually worth it to keep these guys in the crypt, because Starborn Nobles. Oh, wow. And the reason it's worth it to keep them in the crypt is because they, once I build the, I forget what it's called, the Wizard Tower Crypts, they'll be worth 2 mana per turn, which is kind of, you know, long term it's worth it. I mean, I guess I could get 120 gold now or 4 mana per turn. Like, which one should I keep? It's hard to know. It's hard to know exactly. But yeah, I definitely want to set up a nautical town up here in the north. Might be worth it to set it up on top of where Starlit Sanctuary is, but we'll see. Okay, we completed the investigation into Tiana Greyblood. We gained some Empyrean. I get a grievance against Skrog the Conqueror because he captured a God Ear in the Cage of Binding. It's very concerning. So before I can break the cage that holds Emberkeeper, I need to collect the necessary components to remove any traps. I need to get a Tranquility Pool and an Astral Dew. Let's do it. Let's free the God Ear. Right. Exploration underground continues to go well. Need to build this guy an army. I think it's natural for me to build... Let me have a look at the Seal Breaker. Now, unfortunately, he's not on a dragon. So I'm going to grab a Vowkeeper, a Pyromancer. That is 2. Bloombud, can you recruit me an Honor Blade? And Vindica Town. You also get me an Honor Blade, and Bloombud, you go get me a second Honor Blade. There's a nice cash pile right here that we can go clear up. We spent a lot of money building that extra army. Let's clear up this cash pile. Pretty easy auto combat, hopefully. Yep, didn't lose anything. The Derelict Workshop, I suspect I'll have to fight myself. This is a silver level infestation, which means it is quite hard. I'll auto combat it to see what happens. Whew, okay, we managed to clear it with no losses, which is fine. We could get a scrap permit. I'm gonna go ahead and just dismiss that. We got a Storm Orb, a tier 3 item. Now remember, tier 3 items give us 5 mana and 5 gold per turn from our Dragon Horde. So very, very powerful. We also got 156 production, 74 mana, 107 gold, and a Paladin's Winged Helmet. Another tier 3, and a Stalwart Chestplate, a tier 2. Oh my god, our Dragon Horde just got crazy. The Dragon Horde feels amazing. I gotta just say that. I would love to get these haste berries. I'm thinking I'm gonna pop over here and set up a city on the water. Start building that outpost. A nice nautical city. Do you call me a naughty city? Basic seafaring will now be able to go into the ocean, just mainly so I can clear things like these pearls. For experience, auto combat that. Boom, clear it. Get some gold and more stuff for the Dragon Horde. Now, I'm thinking I want to build a hybrid city that's partially underground, partially above ground. But I think we've got focus crystals down here. I'll start building a city on this tile right here. That'll be my priority. So let me send this guy underground in preparation for that. We need to clear this out. it'll happen. Good scouting knowledge. I'm going to loop back up with my scout. Time to set some arcane research. I don't think the arcane research that we get here matters too much. I will shuffle just because we have a ton of mana. Oh yeah, there's the Shade Network. Living Shadows is quite good. Let's finish Living Shadows, but I'm tempted to keep Shade Network. No. I'm going to lock in Shadow Blades and then we'll go for Living Shadows. Bloombud got its storehouse, so it will grow faster. It would be good to build our town hall, the Oath Square. Then in order to build a mint, we do need gold buildings. Might be hard to get those. This is an agricultural governor, so farms are quite powerful. In particular, if we can set up a nice farming zone with the monastery, could be quite interesting. Are there any unique resources we can pick up? No, I distinctly remember there not being any that we could grab. I need a second forester to boost the granary, so I'll just grab a random forester to do that. Dragon Roost can annex another province. Amazing. I'm not sure how I want to specialize this city, but I will get a second mine in here because we need the gold. If I'm replacing a farm with a mine, that means I need to place another farm. And I suppose I will just park it over here by the coast. It would be good for me to annex at least one coastal province because there's a couple of nice buildings that you get for having coastal regions. Just a small amount of production and food and gold. All right, we've got a bounty for Pledgewater. I don't think I'm going to be going for the bounty. Our devotion, we're now a paragon, so we get 40 city stability and plus 5 fire damage on all of our units. So extremely powerful right now. We have just hit the zenith of a long-term power spike, and the hope is that we can maintain that. Our unit upkeep is quite rich. It would be nice to upgrade our heroes to reduce the upkeep of our units. Okay. I expect to lose units from this auto combat, so I will manually fight it. And as usual, the strategy is quite straightforward. We group our units up into a blob and cast Vow of Healing on the blob. This way we bring our units up a little bit of health. And so in this way, Vow of Healing, right, a single Vow Keeper basically means that even if my army is a little bit damaged, they actually just have plus 30 health at the start of a battle. And while that might not be everything we need to win that battle, it does make a difference. That's the key thing there. So I can't wait till I get this dragon to the next level. This is an AoE splash ability, but I can chill. I'm not in a rush to rush forward. They do have a bronze golem. They have a lot of scary stuff here, honestly. But I should be able to dominate the bronze golem. They're out of range for my flame strike. So I think every turn that I just chill, I end up in a slightly better position. And so for that reason, we are just going to chill. I'm going to heal the unit that's already a little bit hurt. The reason, or a little bit, I'm going to heal the unit with more health because he's going to be more usable, basically. Whereas if you spread your healing out, you know, you end up with 2 units that can easily be killed rather than having just one who's a little vulnerable. All right, let's dump a 3-man flame strike. Boom. Now they are a little bit resistant to burning, but that's fine. I can dominate one of these dudes. I'm going to move up to here and I will dominate you because you're in a position to spew on these lads and sunder their defenses. The defenses. And then we can hold them still in the flames where we suffer no fools. Oh shoot, I forgot to fire off a counter strike. That's okay. I'll tell you what I will do instead. I will smite thee with my rebuke because my oath power is high enough now to where that's actually pretty damn good. Defensive strike, boom, perfect. I will move my ritualist up here and do a defense mode warding. This will protect 3 of my units from magical attacks. The defense mode warding gives +2 resistance to all allies. I'm going to have, let's see, where can you get to? You're going to park right here in defense mode. Let's see how it shakes out. So they're on fire. They're taking a little bit of burning damage. Some other units don't care about burning. That's okay. We took it. Our units have really good defense. We took some damage, but nothing too bad. The pikeman is scary. We'll have to deal with that golem. Let's play counter stance. So all these units now enter defense mode. We're in a pretty interesting position where we can get a really big heal off as long as I can get this kill. 1, perfect. Let me move my flame unit forward. Shoot this nerd. Come to here, defense mode. Cast a purifying heal on yourself. Boom, and he goes into defense mode. Beautiful. Just about can't get that kill. You could breathe fire on your own units to get this kill. We don't care about this weird little scrog thing either. So absolutely, feel free to breathe fire on your own units. That is something we super do not care about, particularly if it's a dominated unit. We don't care if it's in the area of effect. Enemies are on fire. Beautiful. Love to see it. He's attacking his own dominated unit. Like, dude, that's not even my unit. I don't care. Enemy dies from burning. Trigger his retaliation strike for me, so I don't have to take it. Now he does have charge block, which means this charge strike will not go through, but it still does a ton of damage and weakens him. Boom, boom, he's dead, and now he should be dead. Perfect. Such a nice battle, such an easy battle. Once you know the sort of how to manipulate your way through things, it feels pretty good. I'm going to dismiss you. I will not be hiring you. I would love to found a city here, but I'm going to spend some time developing it, building palisades, all that stuff. We did find a dragon's lair here. Oh man, that is a tier 5 calamity dragon. Holy shit. God damn, look at that thing. Ooh, Jesus. Avoid that thing like the plague. This is why we like digging around in the underground. We like finding stuff. All right, we definitely want these haste berries. So let's go smash some haste berries. What is this enchantment? Hasted, swift, and slippery. All right, hopefully... Ugh, lost a unit. Okay. Phoenixes are hard. I will give Phoenixes that. They're annoying and difficult to kill. Let me move my weakened units to the back of the stack. Battle mage to the back. Hero to the front. Defense mode. We'll do a purging cleanse or whatever. It's like whatever people do down at the spa, you know what I mean? I'm going there to do a purging cleanse, sister. Oh my god. Oh my god, a purging cleanse. Oh, big flame strike. They're attacking me. But I'm meant to be the attacker. So there's kind of there's two schools of thought when it comes to having a big bad enemy. There's one, take down the big bad enemy first, and then there's two, which is ignore the big bad enemy and kill everything else around them. I'm going to be going for the latter approach. I'm going to go for the 60% chance to stun this nerd. He will counterattack. That's fine. Boom. He is stunned. That's perfect. Perfect, flawless execution. You have been blinded. Please get me the stun. 1, 2, and 3. Beautiful. Pyromancer. We don't need that kill just yet. You do not do a lot of damage to these burning crows. You are going to be getting pecked pretty hard by this Phoenix. If you go into defense mode, you bait him into like choosing to attack you. This guy is stunned, so we don't need to kill him because he can't act next turn. And I think it could be quite interesting if we charge strike you and we shoot you with a battle mage and then we defensive stance strike you. They're going to have a hard time breaking our health. We take a little bit of damage, that's okay. And the Phoenix's big damage is in AoE. So all we got to do is outlast his AoE potential and we're fine. My fighters are so tanky that it's hard to even kill them. Now we can get a double kill with a flame strike and only set fire to one of our units. Boom, perfect. Let's also cast counter stance. Now, when is your ability coming off cooldown? 2 turns, got it. You can get this kill right now. 1, 2, and 3. I'm going to get an honor blade behind the Phoenix and we will defense mode strike. You're a little bit hurt. I don't like the idea of you getting in there. I need to get my Vowkeeper into a position where it can use its heal next turn. And I think getting behind this guy, how much damage would you take? You will go into defense mode, which is ideal. So you'll only take 13 damage. Charge, strike. Can't dominate mythic units. Well, give him a charge strike. Boom. He's now weakened, so he does less damage. Put our healer here. Now, he might choose to attack that healer, but we might be able to get a good heal off next turn. Let's see what happens. Yeah, he pecked the unit I was hoping he would peck. Right, Purging Cleanse. This will remove all debuffs. Boom. Purging Cleanse. We went to the spa. This guy cannot do that much damage, like just really terrible damage. But we can charge strike this Phoenix. Boom. Canceling his retaliation. We can smash his booty with our warriors. 1, 2, 3. That's 30 damage right there. Now he has 19 health left, so a single attack from one of these units should do the job. Easily clapped. Easily capped. That's a no-fault divorce from life. All right, we're going to take 24 gold here, plus 2 Oathsworn. We got the Retort of Fiend Slaying, which is a tier 3 weapon. We don't even care about that. You know why? Because we're a dragon. We just put that on our horde to generate money for us. We're greedy. I definitely want to get control of Gust Keep if I can. So I will move in the direction of getting control of Gust Keep, and then I'll maybe clear out some of the ocean stuff here. I don't know if I want to go straight to war with Starlit Sanctuary. I probably need more armies in tow. So I'm trying to calculate 1, 2, 3, like to make sure the city can capture basically all of the underground tiles here. And I think being one step away from the entrance, 1, 2, 3. I can't remember what the maximum claim range is. Let me go ahead and have a look at the city. So the city has a natural 2 claim range, and you can increase it by 3. So tiles up to 5 tiles away can be claimed, I believe. Yeah. So a city can eventually claim tiles up to 5 tiles away. So if we want to capture this tile, we go 1, like this is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I could settle on the underground passage itself and still eventually get there. And this would also allow us to get the battleground keep in a city that will be deep underground and heavily defended. And this will be an incredibly valuable city for my economy because it's extremely isolated from any potential invasion. So I can go heavy into growth here, especially on the rocky terrain. You can almost always build quarries down here, so we could build a really good rocky city, and I think it's going to go on the entrance. I was initially going to place it over here, but I've done the math. It's better if we put the outpost there, and now we can start clearing out the neutrals. Took a decent chunk of damage, but you know, got great experience on this guy. There's Living Shadows, so now we'll get that 10% evasion, and our faction will blind people when they attack us. So I'm going to begin casting Living Shadows. That's a minor racial transformation, so it'll apply to all units that have our race. We got our Oath Square in Bloombud. Let's have a look. Do we build another tavern? Do we build a Ritual Pyre, the School of Mastery? I think this will probably be a farm specialized city because the governor is an agricultural governor, so that we can grow it really, really rapidly. So I'll quickly grab the Grand Area in here to keep pumping up the population. The more population, the better. Dragon Roost has finished its productive. We can get our bolstering matrices, which will make our chaos and, well, make whichever spell channel we want. You can only get one of these. You can only ever build one of these, and there are five different channels. So this would allow my chaos buffs and healing spells to grant 3 strengthened. Now the question is, this is chaos and order, so this would give counter stance plus 3 strengthened, meaning my units would do 30% more damage with counter stance. So that would actually be huge. So the chaos bolstering matrix would be a massive upgrade for my empire in terms of battles, because it means that our chaos buff and healing spells, and our spell is a chaos spell, it would give 3 strengthened. Really fantastic. Vindicate Town can annex another province. It's making a Hall of Devotion, so it needs a second farm. I'll pop a farm over here. It's the only place in the city that can get a farm, which will boost the Hall of Devotion, and we can also get the Stonemason. Here's the thing, if we can't afford to build buildings, we can also just produce gold. It allows us to convert 25% of the production into gold, which is not bad. God, every turn in this game is just so action-packed. So much happens. It's such a juicy game, right? It's the only word I can think of. It's just like, every moment is like, it's like I'm eating a giant berry, a delicious berry, and just everything that happens is amazing. Right, I'm going to give a Whispering Stone to Bloombud. I'm also going to give a Whispering Stone to Vindicate Town. This will slowly build up to be a plus 20 stability in these cities. We're still excavating underground. I think it is worth it to do this. I'm going to get my dragon to explore Gust Keep. This is a fortification. I don't care about it being claimed by other people. But we'll follow the Time Flow Serpents. These are actually pretty tough units, so I expect to lose a unit here. But looks like we managed to squeak our way through without an issue. Perfect. I don't want any Astral Wisps. We got a Wind Barrier Ring, making units harder to hit from physical ranged and magical ranged attacks. That's actually amazing. It's one of my favorite items in the entire game. We get 139 knowledge, and we can pick up a bunch of money, or we could grab a Distracting Staff, which would be worth money over time. I think I would, it is only a tier 2, and tier 2s are only worth 3 gold per turn. Yep, I could get alignment. I'm going to go for the 244 gold. Gold now is always super, super powerful. But now we have Gust Keep. So if we can get this annexed into this city up here, this will be worth 20 knowledge and 5 Imperium per turn. So we'll start being able to expand even faster and build an even more overpowered economy. All right, let's start killing these fish boys. Auto combat, easily killed. Dismiss that. We will take the food and the Radiant Halberd. It's a tier 1 item. We will eventually start melting stuff down. Yeah, I had a feeling there was like some hidden water spirits hiding in here. They fear their demise, but we never let anyone retreat because we are a paragon of strife. All right. Huge. We managed to completely clear the north end of the map, which means we can now start thinking about sealing off the fate of Magaira the Scalded, right? She's kind of underground here, underneath us, and she's an enemy lurking beneath. So it might be good for us to, you know, swivel around and see if we can't blow up her stuff, take control of her lands. And I think that's what we'll do, because that way our back is against a map and people can't really get past me then. We built a palisade wall in here. I'm going to go ahead and build stone walls as well to sort of pre-invest in the city to keep it safer. It'll mean it takes longer to conquer it. And I'm happy to invest a little bit of time into developing my cities at the outpost stage. Like, I'm fine with that. Oh, damn. We've got a pretty hefty killer here, but if you can kill Gaha Smith, that would actually be pretty good. So let's see if we can take this fight. There's a high risk battle, right? If I auto combat this, I expect to lose a couple of units, but if we fight this manually, I think we can get a really, really high quality outcome. I love this battle doctrine. Right, boom, you move there, get that nice AoE heal. Everyone gets topped off. We've got maxed out health. Now, the hero that we're looking at dealing with here is a charge strike hero. So he does one big attack and then he's done. Now he does have Assassin Strike, which is kind of scary, but that might be okay, especially if we use counter stance correctly. Now you can sit there and you can buff yourself, but I'm genuinely happy to sit back. Now he wants to get a charge strike on this guy. I'm going to just move him back a tile and heal. He can't get to my ritualist. I'm going to give my guys counter stance. So they have charge strike and first strike as well, or charge resistance rather. And then we just, boom. We just fortify, getting all of these overlapping defense modes to trigger for us. And what the hell is this? A beacon? He conjured a divine beacon. That's impressive. Now, he did cancel our retaliation in defense mode, but we did get a counter strike first. And he's now on a burning tile. Now, he might be immune to burning or whatever, but I'm not even sure. It doesn't matter. One more turn, and then we can do a vow of healing. I could technically smite him. I could smite 4 units here, but the Divine Beacon would then just heal them. So I'll tell you what I will do. I'm just going to go for the counter stance. Counter stance is incredibly powerful. It's like a signature ability of this faction. Obscured by an obstacle. That's really unfortunate. I can't tell. It looks like it's the obstacle he's standing in. I'm going to take a focus aim. So this attack is guaranteed to hit because I just need like a little bit of damage on him. There's the warding. I could shield bash him, or I could do 45 damage and then get a defense mode. So I'm going to do the 45 damage. He will counterattack, doing a little bit of damage, but he is messed up and we get the shield wall. Then I can get the kill with this honor blade. Big kills. Probably should have got the kill with Goku. Should have done that the other way around. That's okay though. I'm going to flame strike this tile. A, these guys will now be burning, and B, they will be encouraged to move. And then I'm going to fortify in position because I'm going to get a second heal off next turn. Yeah, I should have got the kill with Goku. It's easy to forget that, just like, that was just like an order of operations thing. Our hero's a little bit vulnerable, and they are going for the kill, but we have the option of a Vow of Healing, boom, big AoE heal, big restore, counter stance, and I can put both of these archers, even though I take a burning stack, into a zone of control, which forces them to move to get out of that zone of control with a single unit. If you attack here, you'll get this kill, basically, and you'll be shield walling. You'll do 48 damage if you attack this guy, massively softening him up. I have you. I'm tempted to rush forward and defensive strike this archer to put him in a bad way. This guy will do a lot of damage to our hero. So what I'm going to do is focus aim for the guaranteed hit. Now we'll have a 30% chance to crit him. There we go, burning. So he'll do a lot less damage to our hero, hopefully. I think if these guys were to stack all their damage on my hero, I think it might be really bad, although a couple of them are stunned and stuff, so we'll see. Might be able to, might still lose a unit here. Okay, perfect, I think we're good. That was a wasted attack on his part, so I don't think we're going to lose a unit. Yeah, he's just defense moding because he's scared to move because he knows he'll get wrecked. One of them dies to burning. Let's get this kill, boom. We'll clean this up as well. Can you clean this up? Thank you. Go get behind this guy. Melee strike. You step back a tile, you'll get poked once. You'll shoot him twice, boom, boom. And then I can't quite kill him with Devout Radiance, but that's fine. And we'll let the turn pass. He turns around, he pokes us a little bit, we counter strike, bam, 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 and now he's dead. Perfect. Burning damage. It's so good. So we managed to get this kill. Level 7, good job. Hero doing serious work, Goku is. I think we're going to go for Reflecting Defense, although there is part of me that thinks we should go for Experienced Leader and Logistics Training, that minus 20% army upkeep. That's probably better to go for later. I think it would be really good if we could get down to Defensive Master, which would allow us to always end our turn in defense mode. And if we have Reflecting Defense, our defense mode would give us damage reflection until the start of next turn. Alternatively, we could go for Brace Defense, so we have charge resistance. Also, there's Rallying Cry down here. Like, we could push down here for Rallying Cry if we take Dispelling Defense. I like the idea of Reflecting Defense, but like if you consider the synergy between like damage reflection, always ending your turn in defense mode, and getting Grace when you enter defense, which gives you 10 hit points when you get hit, I think there's something to be said. Rallying Cry is so good. Yeah, I think I'm going to take the damage deflection. I think it would help quite a bit. A lot of really interesting stuff we can do by leveling this guy up. We should also start considering giving him better gear. We've been kind of keeping all the good gear on our horde. Right now, he's just got an Oathsworn Shield, which is a regular defense mode. Like the Invigorating Defender would give him extra health. We will look into that later, but for now, he's just going to have to rely on the fact that he's a hero and he has good stats. So like the other city, I'm going to spend a little bit of time upgrading the city with palisade walls and stuff. And I will position my army stack near this small monster den that we want to clear next turn. We'll give them a moment of healing. We can set our arcane research. I believe we finished. I forget what we were researching. This is a nice offensive spell, Rending Shadows. We can blind and sunder the defense of enemies. I definitely want Shadow Blades, so I will lock in Rending Shadows and then research Shadow Blades. Vindicate Town produced the Hall of Devotion, and we got an Honor Blade. Outpost got some walls. Ruler Anura has returned. This guy's in my crypt. What do you got? You got a tier 2 lance, tier 1 armor, tier 1 mount. I think that's worth selling. Get myself a nice chunk of gold and some more items for my horde. Small monster den, cool. Ooh, look at that dragon. They spawned another dragon. That is cool, but also terrifying. Okay, it's patrolling its domain. It's not looking for kills. We're exploring down here. It's a lot of fun to explore a dragon lair, I gotta tell you. Cosmic world-ending dragon just chilling down there. Okay, so my leader is fully healed. It's done basically everything it needs to do up here. The only thing that might still be worth doing is attacking Starlight Sanctuary and blowing it up and raising it for money. It really depends on the approach we want to take. Alternatively, like if we take a look at Megaira, military ranking, she's 5th of 9. I'm military rank 1 and expansion rank 1. So like I'm doing strong. Now, my magic is weak and my economy is kind of weak, but I reckon now is the time, if I bring all of my armies together, we can take out another player. So I think that's going to be the goal here, is to gather up our armies into a doom stack and start going after her. because we've got really high leveled tier 1 units. Oof, this is going to be a hard fight if we take it. So instead I'll clear this and then chill for a turn. Still going to clear down here. Little scout. Oh, don't trespass. That'll just piss people off. We don't want to piss people off. We did get the Chaos Bolstering Matrix, and we can get a fishing tile. I will grab a dredger quarry. The advantage of getting a fishing tile means that we can now build the shipyard, the fishmonger, and the grand wharf. Each of these, right? The shipyard, 10 gold, the fishmonger, 15 food, and the other one was 20 production. So just by having 3 coastal provinces in this city, we basically increase the amount of buildings that we can build, making an even stronger city. All right, let's have a look at the city stability. We're at 55. I'm trying to remember what else we can build to improve this city. I suppose if I go for the steel bastions, I could get the Paragon quarters, which would be extra stability. I could build the apex of my wizard tower, which would allow us to get a chaos amplifier lens. The arcane observatory. We could get the teleportation circle. There's a lot of really cool stuff locked up in the ultimate wizard tower, although it is quite expensive. 250 gold, 300 mana. Now this would allow us to expand our empire because we have even more Imperium income. So that Imperium is really, really good. Also, our leader, when we get his renown up to another level, all of those buildings will give us +2 Imperium per turn. So there's a potential huge amount of Imperium blocked up there. What do we have in terms of new things? Siege projects that potentially will be useful. I got a granary over here in Bloombud, which is going to help continue to develop the city. There's a decent potential from a monastery and a school of mastery. I think we know for a fact we're going to be going for a farmer guild in here. So I think grabbing forester on bad tiles will allow us to build things like estate halls. And then to get the farmers guild, we are going to need more farms, but that's okay. So yeah, going for farmers and foresters in here to build a really high population city and hopefully get this guy to renown level 3 to get that 1 gold mana and knowledge per pop, making Bloombud a really, really useful city. It's not the worst city ever right now, but it's just not particularly great. Here's Living Shadows, plus 10% evasion. Evasion applies to ranged attacks, so now we're just going to be 10% harder to hit. Let's go ahead and transform. Boom, we just became Living Shadows. That's badass. Now, where are we standing when it comes to our military? Yeah, I think we just need to group up over here in Bloombud when we get a chance and get our triple hero stack. We have one each hero is leading a stack and we just need to get them to group up. Now if we declare war without justification, we get a bunch of grievances and we'll lose a bunch of Imperium. So unfortunately, as much as I would like to declare war on her, I don't exactly have a justified war. So it might just be the done thing to declare war on Starlit Sanctuary. So I'll tell you what I will do. I'll pop in here. I'll hurry the recruitment of this Pyromancer. I'll group up all these units. And I think Starlit Sanctuary is going to be an incredibly lucrative war. A lot of value in just blowing up all these tiles. Okay, we managed to get these guys to separate. Auto combat, clear him, then step back inside our territory for a quick heal before we clear this monster den. Perfect. A little bit of careful manipulation of your unit's positioning can go a long way to making things simpler for you. We got the stone walls in here. Let's get the work camp so we can, expand. Stone walls in this province too. Wizards bonds. I don't sign wizards bonds. I'm the Oath of Strife. We love fighting. Now somebody has posted a bounty for Starlit Sanctuary. I plan to attack this anyway, so that's just an extra 290 gold to blow that up. So I'm going to declare war on this. I will get plus 15 devotion. My devotion is 130 right now. You never have too much devotion. I mean, there's no reason to have more than 130, but ooh, this guy needs a flying mount. Okay, he's got a halberd. That's not ideal. Let me unequip, confirm, and then you get the Blessed Dragon mount. Okay, sorry, this guy wasn't flying yet. Also, it's time to redo his skills because he's been pushed in the order direction. I don't know if that's how I want him to develop. I'm going to reset his skills and I'm going to focus him on being an army leader. So experienced leader will give +2 experience to all of his units per turn. Plus, if we take logistics training, that'll make his army cheaper to maintain. Now, we can either go offensive formation or defensive formation. I think the fact that this is a defender, I think getting defensive formation is +1 defense and resistance to all adjacent units. Super, super powerful. I know. Eventually, I will give you items. It's just like right now, if I give you items, this costs me money. I guess I can give out tier 1 items because tier 1 items only generate 1 gold. So like, here, have some padded plate and a basic helmet and a horn of plenty. Like you could take a few items from my horde, I guess, like low tier items, but you're not getting more than that. So now this guy's flying, this army does not have an issue crossing mountains. And we can bring these 2 army stacks together. We are up against a corrupt soul. Hopefully an auto combat will mean, nope, we lost a unit, which means we've got to fight this manually. So none of my army needs heals. I think I would like to set up a bait for the AI to come get me. I'll give you guys the warding bond. You'll be set up right here. I will also put a warrior right here. And then we also want to set up a bait on this right side for the white witches. We'll make use of this terrain here. Position my units thusly to provide a strong shield wall with bulwarked defense modes. Overlapping. Now the AI is quite interesting because it tends to just run at you, which is, you know, obviously not the greatest strategy ever, but it being fairly predictable means you can kind of set up for this. Oh yeah, now we can get +3 strengthened on our units. Like I get +3 strengthened over here. Kind of tempted to set up a +3 strengthened on this area. It's going to be the sort of hammer in the anvil, so to speak. Oh yeah, we can get an absolutely disgusting strike off. Now, question, do we want to try to dominate one of these mines? We can dominate the tier 3 corrupt soul to get a kill, but I don't think I'm going to bother. I think we just rush forward and absolutely nuke this white witch, who, if it moves, it dies, basically. We get a good flame strike off somewhere here. Yeah, actually, if we flame strike these guys, they're basically forced to be in burning. Don't need a heal. Obscured by obstacle, we could focus... We could flame strike again to just burning these guys once again. Or I guess I could focus fire all the damage in here to stack even more stacks of burning on them. Houghton the Firm has Assassin Strike, which is going to... I don't know why they have that. It's coming from their weapon, the Assassin War Club. Got it. All right, let's get them. Playing it nice and safe. We don't need to be too aggressive here. I will defensive strike you. This basically ruins you. You can no longer do anything useful for your team. This guy does have a spirit weakness, so we'll get him. I want you to get behind this guy and defensive strike him. And I want you to get behind this guy and defensive strike him, although it technically won't count as a flank. That's fine. It's not important. You can finish this guy off. Boom, boom, boom. Perfect. God, such a scrappy build. We're hard to break and we do a lot of damage. That's a beautiful combo. Hard to hurt and hurts hard. In terms of spells that I'm looking at, I'm tempted to do a nuke here to finish off one of these units without an action, which will also increase my morale, allowing me to get, for example, like a big charge strike off over here. This unit is now basically eliminated. I can also get a spirit blast on you. Our morale over here is high. If we get another kill, it should go even higher. Now our morale should basically be untouchable, and the enemy morale should be practically collapsing. Yeah, they're losing allies all across the battlefield. 1, 2, 3. That's a stun right there. And 1, 2, 3. He's dead. Can you get up in here? I want you to face this way and go into defense mode. You've been slowed, sadly, so you can't really get anywhere. But if you zip over here, you can get fire bolts. Nice. And then we've got a ritualist that we can zip over. Get that. Boom. That's him dead. And we are practically winning right now. Yep. We get that little love tap. They run away. They freeze us. Oh no, how scary. Right. Nuking charge dragon. Pop. That's an enemy done. And they flee the field. Go ahead and flee the field. So I call that a very successful battle. We got 39 gold out of it. We got 3 units leveled up. We took practically no damage on our army. It was all around just a W. We could grab ourselves a white witch, but she's not on a mount, so dismiss. It is worth it to pillage. It's worth it to pillage for us. And we do have instant pillaging. And we also want to... want to pillage as many tiles as possible to get Ashbreaker's renown up, so we will spend a little bit of time pillaging with him. Now, he does actually have a level up that we haven't used yet, and there's a few really interesting things. I haven't leaned very hard into his Dragon Lord abilities. I've been kind of focused on his warrior class because I want him to do as much damage as possible. So I could get Vicious Killer, which inflicts extra morale penalties when he gets a kill, and Will Breaker. When he kills an enemy, enemies suffer weakened and remorse. Alternatively, I could get War Seeker, which is every time he kills an enemy, he gets plus 10% damage. And I kind of like the idea of War Seeker over the other one. I really just need to get this guy's damage up because he has plenty of health. He has plenty of defense. He's got 11 armor, okay? He takes 69% reduced damage. Giggity. So I think the thing to do is if we get fighting, that's plus 10% damage. Like if we look here, 23 physical damage, 22 fire damage. If I click this, it goes to 26, 25. That's significant, especially when you have other damage multipliers from prepared charge. The fact that it's a charge strike anyway, so you get 20% more damage per hex traveled. So we basically want to set this guy up to be able to one-shot people. That's the dream. And so finding damage is going to be a big part of how we do that. Also, Terrifying Gorging is amazing. 90% chance to consume a unit, which can trigger Killing Momentum, which gets him an action point back. So there's a huge amount of potential, like Terrifying Gorging plus Killing Momentum, maybe even like sprint stuff, Second Wind. Also, Second Wind is great for healing. But we want to get down to fighting 2. At least I want to, because I like the idea of that combo. Now, Small Monster Den, your days are numbered at long last. No losses, exalted units, beautiful, Vengeful Blightbringer, tier 4 secondary. God damn. We also got food, mana, and production, a Storm Orb, the tier 3 primary, doing huge for our... this is like absolutely godlike for our Dragon Horde. Our Dragon Horde is looking crazy good. We take all those, like we're getting a combined, what, 10, 30, 40, 80, nearly 100 gold and 100 mana from just having items in our Dragon Horde. Like, you can't tell me that's not value. All right, I've got one last thing to clear down here. Oh no, I actually already cleared it. Whoops. Whoopsie. And then I need to clear all this stuff down here. A good little excavator, finding me delicious treasure. We finished Shadowblade enchantment. That's awesome. Now we could recruit the Shade. I'm kind of interested in using like a stack of these, you know, throwing shadow daggers, blinding people, stabbing them. They're highly mobile and highly good at focus fire. They're also skirmishers, which means they have swift, which means they ignore these slowing effects of terrain, and they're slippery, so they don't trigger opportunity attacks. So they're extremely hard to pin down. And the fact that they can blind people makes them kind of anti-ranged units. A very, very good support skirmisher. I think I'll take Rending Shadows though. Having a way to inflict blind will be really useful. Vindicatown can annex another province, which is excellent. I'm very tempted to set this up as a research base. I have two potential research posts here. It could also be a really good Mages Guild city because I have conduit here. This is a conduit. This is a conduit. That's 3 conduits. Plus another 2 from my factional abilities. We're talking like an extra 50 mana from here. That would be a disgusting amount. Like long term, that could be really useful. I will queue up the Oath Square for now and would love to get the mint, but that actually requires me to build a mine. I will queue up the tavern because stability is really powerful. It's kind of keeping the city busy, as it were. And I would really like to get a storehouse and a granary. It's an extra 30 food, which will help the city grow. So I'm thinking I will pop a forester right there. That will boost the storehouse that I can put ahead of the Oath Square because I want the city to grow. A hero has leveled up. Goku the Defender can take Adept of Chaos. This would give, I believe, let's see, so all non-hero units in the army gain 10 critical chance. If he takes Adept of Chaos, that's another 10% critical chance. He also gets Debilitating Aura and Chaos Empowerment. I could also give him Initiate of Shadow, Initiate of Order, Initiate of Materium, but I think Adept of Chaos is the way to go here. Going down the path of chaos suits me quite well. Searing Strikes plus Chaos Empowerment. His critical hit chance is not particularly high. I think I would rather go down to Weakening Strikes and Defensive Master first, so we'll keep pushing down that direction. This is Goku the Defender. Very nice. I do have a spell that's ready to cast. This will be Shadow Blades. This will be expensive. That's going to be 20 gold and 30 mana per turn across my entire army, so the unit enchantments are starting to get expensive. We unlocked War Slaves. We also unlocked Rite of Chosen Warriors. We could pop out a bunch of units really fast whenever we need to. I'm going to go ahead and expand my governance this turn. We do plan to drop a few cities. And I think we got a message here from Scrog. It seems to like me. We found some Fireforged stone. We definitely want to try to get all of that online if we can. For now, let's excavate this. Orders required. Starlit Sanctuary, we're going to put it under siege. Now remember, this guy got, like on turn 1, the Book of Siegecraft, which means the entire army is capable of sieging this down. Although, actually, oh right, no. We want to pillage these improvements because of his renown. So instead, I'll put the city under siege by my other stack. In terms of siege projects, I will just do a harass the defenders. I don't think we need anything else there. God, I would love to see like Age of Wonders 4 Total War. Wouldn't that be sick? Imagine having like these kind of units, but like you're commanding them down like a real-time battlefield. God, there's so much potential in the world building and gameplay mechanics. Super interesting idea. I don't know. I just throw ideas out sometimes. Let's grab ourselves a couple of gold mines there. We'll grab this gold vein. It's 15 gold per turn. And then we will start upgrading this to a city of the dragon riding apes. Outpost produce some stone walls. Excellent. I'll go ahead and get the work camp to buy me some time to get the ability to expand my cities. Shadow Blades has been completed. Let's enchant our units. Oh yeah, the combo of abilities is starting to become gross. All right, Howtam the Firm. That's right, you have a signature skill. Now, I could make this guy a Initiative Order. Take him in an order direction. Condemning Strikes, he can inflict Zeal. I do like the Searing Strikes. I quite like that. Setting people on fire. I feel like it fits with our game plan quite heavily. I was insulted. Let me see. Okay, I can now declare a justified war. That is really good. And Megaira. So hopefully the next turn or two, if I can deal with Starlit Sanctuary quick enough, I'll be able to declare a justified war, which would be exciting. We can kick off the next episode with a Giga War. Still got about 30 minutes worth of recording though before we wrap this one up. And Nura the Cold-Blooded has been defeated. So I can spend some gold. I can confiscate gold from them as they flee. We confiscate that. We love gold. Aya the Enlightened just captured one of my provinces. Honestly, that's fine. That doesn't even bother me. We found an iron deposit down here. There's a lot. We will need to clear out this area and potentially set up an underground city or use Starlit Sanctuary as a sort of quasi-underground city. We'll see. All right, let's clean up this. That's a pillage right there. Did that get us a level? No, we need one more pillage, but that used up all your movement. That's fine. Those pillages are great. We're basically farming renown off this city-state, but this will get us the extra Imperium, yes. And then +1 unit recovery rank. Also, unit morale is nice. I'm basically done with down here. I just want to clear out there's some neutral stuff that I want to clear. And it's also an opportunity for some of these guys to get a little bit more experience. The honor blades are already max level, so they don't need any more. I've been using this honor blade as a scout, which is kind of wild. You did your job, head back to Dragon Roost, and we're going to get access to a new hero in 4 turns, so I probably should start creating a new army, and this one I might make it a land army, just so we could play around with some different types of units. Like, what if we did monks plus seal bearers? So like, the monks are kind of interesting, they have the leap. I really think if you're going to have a unit on a mount, I think this is how you have to balance this, okay? Units on mounts should cost more upkeep, and a flying mount should like cost so much more. Flying mounts are just crazy. Yeah, I kind of want to play around with the seal bearer. So they have these seal bolts. Cannot miss against targets with seal of fire. That's actually really interesting. Now the seal of fire, basically, so this guy links with somebody and says like, I'm going to kill you in particular. This does 35 damage and the enemy takes 12 fire damage at the start of every turn. That's really cool. I don't know if we necessarily need to do that. I feel like my battle strategy has been working quite well. I would like to play around with the monks. They are kind of fun to leap around and punch people. They have this meditate ability, which, gives them a little bit of healing. They dispel negative effects. They enter a defense mode. Let's see, do I want a pyromance? Yeah, I'll grab a Vowkeeper and a Pyromancer to start building up another army stack. This army setup is really, really working with me. So we got our Apex Wizard Tower, and I'm kind of tempted to grab the Chaos Amplification Lens. This will allow us to inflict misfortune and do more fire damage with our chaos damage spells. And this is honestly, this is global power, right? This is chaos power that will make us just stronger across the map. I'm a little bit worried about these army stacks wandering around, but I don't think she's actually at war with me, nor will she be for quite a while. So we have time to play things out. Let's grab that farm right there. Boom. Our faction thrives with high stability, so I'll grab myself a tavern right there. And I would also like to grab the bathhouse. That should be a combined, I think, 60 extra stability, which should easily put us up into the harmony level for the 15 extra production, draft, and food income. So I'll queue up both. Vindicate Town got a storehouse. It's working on the Oat Square. You know I do not do wizard bonds. I've taken an oath of strife. I can't commit to peace, bro. Like, what the hell? So Howtown the Firm is he's a steward, so he could get protector. I could give him raider or give him collector. Now collector does what? Fully equipped tier 2 items. I would get binding essence and equipment mastery. That's pretty cool. But this guy would then have to extract items from my horde. Are you not happy being a steward? You can stay being a steward. Your destiny shall be fulfilled, okay? Listen, just because your destiny hasn't been making any progress right now, doesn't mean it won't. All right, one more pillage will get us a level up. Boom. And then I think we'll just clear the city because there's not enough things for us to get to the next tier. And honestly, the next tier isn't even that important. But getting to this tier would be amazing for the Imperium income in our capital. 75 Imperium per turn is so much. It feels so good. All right, let's start clearing out down here. Auto combat. We clear this. We get 15 gold plus 72 gold and the Seer of the Mass Murderer. We take those. Let's clear this mana pile. I guess I could clear in like a circle. I should probably clear thankfully none of these guys are ranged. Whatever this thing is down here, I forget what it is. Focus crystal? Yeah, no unit lost. Perfect. Golden Wyvern mount. Damn. Plus some production. That's a tier 3. We take that. We move over here. You are but a little scout. A scout butt. Rending Shadows, so that's our damage spell, which means we can pick a new tome. Now, there's a few interesting directions we could take here with new tomes. And I kind of talked about this, like we could go Tome of Inquisition. Tribunal would give us a ton of stability, for example. Also Tithe Collector, give us a way to generate a lot more gold across our empire, which I do like the idea of going for Inquisition. The problem is, this doesn't really synergize unless we can inflict Condemned. I don't think any necromancy is the way. The Tome of the Doom Herald could make sense, but we don't really have a way to lower the morale of people. The Tome of Revelry is not terrible. We would get more morale from all sources. We would get Revels of Blood, so we can get morale. Blood Fury weapons would give us base physical damage as well as morale and strength when we kill people. The Carnival of Flesh is just good for food and draft. The Scald is actually quite an interesting support unit, although it is a walking unit. So not so ideal. Are there any cool flying units we can get our hands on? Oh, here we go. The Glade Runner is a tier 3 ranged unit that's on a mount with a bow shot. So this would be really, really powerful. It also has Foker's Aim and Tracker's Mark. So this is something we definitely want to consider, although I'm not entirely sure if we need to be able to create forests or not. Tome of the Beacon would be cool because of the Mighty Meek, which would give our units faithful. I honestly think we should probably go for the tier 1 Tome of Zeal. And the reason we should go for this is because we get the Legion of Zeal, which makes our units now do spirit damage, and this will synergize quite well if we then decide to go for the Tome of the Cleansing Flame. So what's really nice about this is we get Pure Flame Staves, which allows our support units and Battle Mage units to condemn enemies and create cleansing flames. Non-Zeal or Faithful units will suffer burning. Condemned units will lose positive status effects. We will lose negative status effects while we stand on it. We get the Temple of the Pyre. The Cleansing Flame Herald, which is just a passive. All burning ground just becomes cleansing flames. Enemies that we kill create cleansing flames. We get the Pyre Shrine, which gives gold and draft. We can also build the Pyre Templar, who's like this crazy flame cleaving, you know, paladin of the purging flame. And then we've got the Flame Blessed Champions, which gives us a 60% chance for our attacks to inflict burning. And remember, we get an attack bonus against enemies that are burning already because we have the fiery weapons. Then, if the enemy has 5 stacks of burning, we create a cleansing flame on their tile. Like, that is just nutty. And if we combine this with the Chaos Tome, I think it's the Tome of Devastation, with like Flame Burst weapons, 20% critical hit chance, enemy explodes, dealing fire damage. Like, it starts to get like nutty, the kind of crazy stuff that we can do here. And so I think for all of those reasons, I'm going to take the Tome of Zeal. It feels the most synergistic. So let's take the Tome of Zeal. And in particular, we're looking for Legion of Zeal. Condemnation is handy. This is worth researching, so I will lock it in, but I will go for the Legion of Zeal first. We've got a work camp in our underground city location here. I will take a quarry. Nay, I will take a farm on the surface, because that will allow us to then get this battleground keep. I would like to found this city, but I don't want to go over my city cap. So I'm going to wait until I can afford to expand my governance. It'll take a few turns. Okay, sick. Let's go hit the Starlit Sanctuary. I'm hoping that this is a pretty easy auto combat and I don't have to fight this manually. Perfect. We collect 39 gold. We clear the city. We gain a bunch of experience. 3 XP on you. Then we step in here. We dismiss that Arcanist. And we can raise this city for 870 gold and 68 Imperium. It'll take 3 turns. We do eventually want to get Spoils of Destruction, which gives us 20 gold every time we raise a city. And eventually we want Reign of Destruction, which makes raising cities take 2 less turns. We get 50 gold per population, and we gain a unit tier 3 of the raised cities culture. So we don't want to migrate, we don't want to absorb, we don't want to vassalize. This is an Oathbreaker action. Honestly, I would be fine with Oathbreaker, like just preventing me from clicking this. But we're going to get 1,000 gold, 68 Imperium, in 3 turns. That's huge. Let's go ahead and blow up this tile. It should be easy. Hopefully no losses. There's 15 gold. Make our way over here. Blow up this tile. We can't let them leave. If we allow them to go, we break our oath. So we have to kill enemies that try to retreat. Thankfully, the auto-resolve is doing a lot of heavy lifting for us. Now, let's have a look. Down here, we could go fight Abbeyvale. I think we will go blow up Abbeyvale. There's a lot of money down there. I'll send my Dragon King off in that direction, and I will have, what's his name? Howtown the Firm. He will guard this. Right, orders needed. You're done. Yeah, you chill there. We found it Silence now. We're going to give Howtown the Firm control of this, and the first thing that we want to do is switch this gold vein to a farm. We'll just tell the city to produce merchandise for 3 turns. Well, no. In 3 turns, it'll boost the workshop. Boom. Yeah, that's fine. Bloom Bud, we got the Chaos Amplifier land. Dragon Roost is ready to build another building. Steel Bastion would be 10 gold per turn. That's huge. You're also ready to capture another tile. I want 3 coastal tiles. I will make use of this to get me more quarries. If I can use the water to get quarries, that's good. This could be a quarry city, honestly. It would make us a lot of money if it was a quarry city. Tempting. Let's finish the shipyard. That's 10 gold per turn. I will also, could get a Merchant's Guild. It's 20 gold per turn from that. For the Workers Guild, that 30 fortification really helps. Fishmonger for food, and I would like the Steel Bastion, although I'll wait a couple of turns until you're ready. Vindicatown can annex another province. I think 3 foresters and 3 farms is a good starting setup for any town to get it growing. Now, let's have a look in here. We could grab Knowledge Extraction. I kind of want to hold on to my Imperium. The Breastplate of the Champion is a tier 4 item, which would be worth 9 gold per turn and 9 mana per turn. Throne City can get 10% of all types of income. I think we'll hold on to this. We want to be careful how we spend our... Imperium. Oh, wow. Okay, so this guy has a ton of really nice items. I'm going to go ahead and sell his remains. It's 140 gold plus a bunch of items going on my artifact hoard. My economy goes crazy now. Okay, Heads on a Platter conquers city quest. The dragon riding apes request an audience concerning the war with the independent city Abbeyvale. That's totally fine. I will have their head. I was heading over here anyway. So this is, I mean, I'm just lining them up, baby. We're lining them up. Like Hellions in StarCraft 2, we lining them up. Only day 9 viewers will get that reference. All right, let's kill this guy. Boom. Thank you very much. 15 gold plus 78 gold and a tier 2 item to go on that dragon horde. Oh, our dragon horde is perfect. Where the heck did you come from? Where the heck are you heading? You better not be coming for me. I cleared out this area fair and square. All right, I am going to take founding a city of the dragon riding apes because in 2 turns I should be able to afford to expand my city governance again, bringing us up to 5 healthy cities. Hope those guys don't try to found a city down there in the wilds on me. So we got pretty good control over here in the north. I don't know anything about over here in the west. Make your way over there. Show me the money. All right, Vindicate Town produced an Oath Square. I do think the granary makes sense. It would be nice to get the library, that's plus 10 knowledge. The tavern would be good for stability too. We're developing these cities pretty quickly. Set production in Dragon Roost. I definitely want to be able to execute people, so I'm going to go ahead and grab myself prison cells. This will allow me to execute people in the prison, allowing me to take their items and their money. Bloombud can annex another province, and it would be nice to get like just a couple quarries to be able to build blacksmiths and stuff like that. Although our main focus is on getting 4 farms and 4 foresters. So I will take any tiles where it's forester only. I'll pop a forester, but really we want to focus on getting that other stuff. Now Abbeyvale has sent a war party. War party, me no wanna go. Heard about the last one, so thanks, but no thanks. Oh. All right, send that unit to Dragon Roost. That's what you're doing, right? Yep. We're grouping up because it's hero recruitment turn. Let's have a look at what we got. We got an industrious governor. This could actually be really good for the underground, although I don't care for the frozen toads. I don't know why I have these frozen toads available. I can get a nautical governor or an agricultural governor. I much prefer. I have no idea why these guys are. Who is Loxol? Where is Loxol? That's Loxol over here. Why do you guys? Why am I able to recruit your guys? Baffling. I prefer to have my heroes be of my faction. So while this guy's industrial governor-ness would be awesome, I think I would prefer. I don't want to get defenders. I might shuffle here. Now, this is what we're talking about. We got a prospecting governor. There we go. Mines give gold. Mines give stability. Each population gives gold. 10% more gold income. He's a crusader, so he loves to kill fiends. It's also a mage. I don't have a mage class hero, so I think I'm going to take Mapel the academic here. Recruit him, and he will form our 4th battle stack. Let's clear out this node. Hopefully no losses. Perfect. We got a perfect city setting up down here. We got our prison cells so we can execute those heroes in our prison. But I tell you what we will do. We're going to be happy that we managed to nail an awesome episode 2. We're going to call it there. I want to thank you guys very much for watching. I love you all very much, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.